Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the We All Juggle Knives channel and my review of the CRKT Folts Minimalist Katana fixed blade knife. There it is next to another model of the Minimalist. That is the drop point Minimalist that I've owned for several years now. Here it is on the old food scale. So this knife weighs 2.22 ounces and in the sheath it weighs 3.11 ounces. The blade length on this knife is 3.56 inches. As you can see, it has a compound grind, full tang construction, has a lanyard, right? It's got a 3-finger handle, and then that lanyard also helps you get a grip on it, and it has a thumb ramp with jimping on the thumb ramp. This has a wicked blade shape that is optimized for slicing and piercing. I would describe it as similar to a classic Skinner design. Now, why the compound grind? I think they were afraid that the tip would be too thin, so I think that's their effort to reinforce the tip. We are going to cut a variety of materials with this knife, starting off with that seatbelt type material. This knife was actually donated to be reviewed by one of my longtime subscribers and supporters. All right, so definitely a big thank you to him for making this knife review possible. Alright, you see it does excellent on the seatbelt type material. Here it is cutting a bubble mailer. Yeah, opening your mail. Just trying to be realistic here, you know. You might not get into a knife fight, but we all gotta open mail. Next up, we have a piece of a box. Now, I would always just recommend a utility knife for breaking down boxes. However, let's say that you forgot yours. You may use your EDC knife, or perhaps this is your last-ditch self-defense knife. Either way, it can be a passable utility knife. Now, I've seen this knife go for as low as $30, right? And the steel is 8CR13 MOV stainless steel. Here it is cutting through some paracord, slicing through. Now, Alan Folts is actually a well-known knife designer, and there are many, many different models of the Minimalist, all with different blade shapes. So underneath this video, I'll include links to all the different models, and you can browse those at your leisure. Here it is carving and whittling on a piece of wood. So how are you all doing these days? I hope you are doing well. It was a beautiful day when I went out and filmed this. The sun was shining. The birds were chirping. I hope you like birds because they were going crazy in the background there. It's been a while since I've tried a fixed blade in this category. I would say it's kind of like a last-ditch knife or maybe handy EDC. You know, the school bus was outside there. I don't know if you can hear that. I had to turn down the volume. But yeah, a last-ditch knife. You know, I don't actually wear neck knives around my neck, you know. Yes, confessions. But neck knife is just a small knife. All right, there, it whittled. Whittled very well. Now here it is, putting a notch into that piece of wood. Not that this is necessarily a bushcraft knife at all, but hey, I like bushcraft. And you could carry this as a small Skinner, I think. It can really do a little bit of everything. The only thing is the handle, as the name implies, the handle is minimalist, right? But I mean, for such a short handle, it's actually very useful. As I'll talk about that later. But there's the notch. All right, little bit of notch practice. Okay, food. We got some peppers, and I got some meat after this for you carnivores. Gotta love peppers, especially on a hot day. I chill them first, of course. And yeah, those will keep you hydrated. I came down with a virus at the end of February, and I was knocked off my program for a while. But now I have fully recovered. All right, eat up. Okay, we got some meat. Now, you know, this could be used as a self-defense knife, so I mean, I'm not going to, like, use it on a human, of course, for the video, but you can imagine what that would do if it had to slice into an enemy. Yeah, beef ribs. I sharpened this knife because, as I said, this was donated to me. I did not get it new in box, so it wasn't new when I got it. But I sharpened it. So here it is on paper after I sharpened it. Oh yeah, so that steel, you know, it's easy to sharpen. It can be sharpened quickly. Here is a look at the sheath. So as you can see, it has that little plastic piece there, which is adjustable if you wish to wear it around your neck. Now the sheath also comes with a plastic belt clip, but I don't have that piece because, as I said, I got this used. But if you bought it new, it would have a piece you can use as a belt clip. Right, so there you see, this has a nice part where you can push off with your thumb. It holds it securely, right? You can push off there to free the blade. This is also a very compact knife and sheath. It can fit in your pocket like so. Right, so that's the sheath. All right, let's talk about this small handle, right? You may be wondering, you know, is it good? Is it bad? Let me tell you, the way they've done this handle allows you to manipulate this knife very, very quickly. Basically, it's fairly thin, like the handle of a balisong, and as you can see, you can flip it, you know, kind of like you would do some of the moves with balisong. Yeah, I have no problem with this handle because I can flip it every which way. I can orient the tip or the edge any way I want. Before you can blink, right? So there are some benefits to that handle, right? And also the finger grooves as well can keep it in your hands during certain maneuvers. The lanyard, let's not get crazy with some nunchucking. All right, so I like the handle. All right, now you don't have to do all those tricks. We're just having fun. But I think this knife would be excellent for self-defense. If you're limited to something that you have to easily carry and conceal. I mean, look at the tip on that. Right, you're just going to have to use your imagination what it would do to the tender meat of an enemy. But 99% of the time, you're just going to be using it for everyday cutting tasks. And we did a lot of those today. It's a very useful knife. I think it's actually really good for the low price. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out all the links below the video for some useful goodies, and be advised that super thanks are now enabled for this channel. That is the heart icon. It allows you to support the channel directly. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.